So when I ended up coming to the jail, I actually had never really thought about corrections as a career before. I was working somewhere else at that time, and I saw the job in the newspaper that it was available. So it kind of piqued my interest.
I had an acquaintance that was a correctional officer, and he invited me to come in for a job shadow. And I came in and liked it.
I've been working at the Polk County Jail for 16 years. When I was a senior in high school, I did a school to work program at the Sheriff's Department here. That's when I was talked to about potentially working in the jail, and I decided that the jail was a good place to work.
When somebody applies for a spot at the jail, one of the first things that we try to do is to get them into the jail to do a job shadow. We try to schedule them to come in and spend 2 to 4 hours generally with one of our officers and just follow them around and see really what it's like in the jail. So getting them an exposure, and not just a tour, but rather actually working with jail staff.
To be a corrections officer, it's always a bonus to have education, but it's not necessary to get a job as a corrections officer. A good officer, as long as you have good morals, you have work ethic, some common sense, and the ability to learn and want to learn, we can teach people how to be a corrections officer.
So when I started with my training, you go through an FTO program. Everybody was really inviting, helpful. I was nervous at first because I hadn't done any kind of law enforcement or anything like that. But I had a good FTO instructor. I think that anybody that comes in, any kind of life experience can come in and do this job.
When I came to Polk County, there's 5 people on my shift, and I never feel like I'm alone. If there's a problem, we all handle it together. You all have your own job, but you also help each other out. When you have a great team and great leadership, it makes it so much better. You like going to work, and then it's not a job.
There is some amount of a natural team environment. One of the most important things I've found with working here is knowing that we are a team, and that no matter what's going on in the jail, everyone working together at any given time is going to be supportive of each other.
The county has really good benefits, starting wage for the area. I used to travel a lot for my jobs, and so starting out wage is awesome actually.
The schedule is amazing. We work 12 hours, so I work 3 days one week, 4 days the next week, which makes scheduling for my family and everything so much easier. I feel like being in corrections for this long, I'm set. Once I'm ready to retire, I'm set. And every time I get my paycheck, I always joke with my husband and say, I get paid to do this? It's just great.
One of the reasons why I'm here, I'm a corrections officer, is I've always had this passion to help people in ways. So yeah, knowing that I'm making some sort of a difference and trying to help somebody get through probably one of the toughest times of their life that they're going through is very rewarding.
Well, when I got into corrections, to be honest, it was not something I'd ever thought about before. So I came into it fairly blind. I came into it not really knowing what to expect. But I learned relatively quickly how impactful it can be to actually spend time with people, get to know them, talk to them, and you get a really good chance to make a difference. While it didn't propel me into the career field, it certainly held me here for the 13 years I've been with Polk County.
I think anybody that's even had a thought of going into corrections, if you like working with people, if you like working with children, if you like working with anybody, and you like variety in your job, you should give it a try.
I would say that I've worked a lot of jobs, including time in the military, small business, I've worked at a hospital, I've done a lot of different things, and I've never felt anything that was meaningful enough to me to hold me there until I worked for the Sheriff's Department in the jail.